Hello everyone and welcome to this new moon in Virgo tarot reading. So this is the reading for the week of the 17th of September through to the next full moon, which is around early October time. So this is covering the next couple of weeks. This is our collective reading. So please take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't, because some messages will be for you and some might not be. So please honour your own intuition and listen in to what feels right as these messages come through. So my name's Carmen Edwards. I run Live the Magic. So let's get started. I'm going to be using two decks tonight for this reading. So I'm going to be using the Witch's Oracle, one of my favourite decks to use, and also the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland as well. So I've given the cards a good shuffle, and we're just going to tune in and see what wants to come through. So I think I'm going to begin with our Moonology deck. So I've already given them a quick shuffle already, but I'm just going to ask, what is it that we need to know at this time? What wishes to come through for us? Okay, so we have one card jumping already. I think I'm going to choose three from each deck as normal and see. Okay, two and one more please. What is it that we most need to know at this time for the Virgo new moon energy for the collective? Okay. Oh, no, it doesn't want to come through. For the Virgo new moon energy for the collective, please. One more card. Here we go. Right. Let's see what we've got then, lovelies. So, time to take action, the new moon in Aries. I think we had this one either at the last reading or the reading before. This is very much that card of, like it says, of action. And Virgo, the Virgo new moon is very much a time of tangible, practical, earthly actions. The Taurian energy as well is an earth sign, is another earth sign like the Virgo, and it's kind of that start, that initiatrix, the start of a new beginning or a new project. So maybe this is a good time if you've had those little projects that you may have been putting off, or new little tasks that still need doing, particularly around the home, around the body, that you may wish to start, to begin to take some practical actions towards getting completed. Can really be supportive at this time, as well as anything that involves our health. So yoga, taking nature walks, those kind of things are really supported by this energy. So really listening in to what it is that's been coming through for you, and what is being called into action, what new life is wanting to emerge at this time. So let's see what else we've got. You are good enough. The full moon in Virgo. So we have lots of this green energy. So one of the shadows of the Virgo is this perfectionism. And what I'm really feeling from this card is that this is a time of really listening into our body's wisdom and healing, starting to heal the relationship between ourselves and parts of us that perhaps we may have deemed unacceptable or imperfect in the past, and starting to really build that relationship of acceptance, self-acceptance, self-compassion, to know that we are enough, that we are inherently worthy just as we are, to release the grip of perfectionism, to release some of that controlling energy. So this feels like a softening, a healing energy, and we have this beautiful maiden here. So perhaps the Virgo new moon is bringing through areas of our lives, perhaps particularly as we enter into the dark moon phase, the start of the moon cycle, may bring stuff to the surface, may trigger us or bring past stuff up from our unconscious to be seen. But this is part of the healing journey, part of us welcoming, accepting, and perhaps holding parts of ourselves to bring into fuller alignment, fuller truth, and for healing, regeneration. I'm seeing lots of earthly energy, earth mother energy. So getting out into nature, connecting with the earth, working with the soil, that can really help, to ground and support you through this time as well. So that is the new moon, the full moon in Virgo. So we have that beautiful Virgoian energy coming in as well. And looking at the bigger picture, the full moon in Sagittarius. And what this is feeling like for me is that the Virgo, the September energy, this is really that time, I think I said this in my ceremony a few moments ago. This is that time of the year where we almost get a second new beginning. But this is that new beginning of turning of the wheel, going within. So this is about renewing, looking back, reviewing our year. What is it that we need in order to really support ourselves as we go into the darker months? So it may be a time of clearing out, shedding, releasing, old projects, clearing up, finishing up. Things that may still need to be done, looking at the longer term vision in mind. So it may be that we leave some things now, knowing that actually they would serve us better to start them up again in the spring. What is it that we can release in order to clear space so that we can start to enter into that more dreamy time of the darker months, of that entering into the winter, this time of going into the mother. And we have this directive energy, so getting clear our intentions. We're very supported with that Virgo energy. The Virgo is great at details, looking at details, figuring out the kind of overall plans for things, and also for getting organised. So perhaps it is about making an action plan or making a commitment and sticking to it for the longer term as well. So let's see, I'm going to shuffle the Witches deck and just get some supportive cards. Let me know, you can see lots of messages coming through here. Hello, it's so great to have you guys with me. Let me know if any of these are standing out for you. There's definitely things coming through. Okay, so 3 cards please. What is it that we most need to know for the collective at this time, the new moon in Virgo? Okay, so this is our Witches Oracle. So we're getting some supportive messages. 2 and 1 more please for the collective. What do we most need to know at this time? Okay, and let's see what we've got. The cave, the retreat. We have this bear going into the cave under the moon. This is very much that time, like I said, of the going within. We're starting to move from this kind of outward energy, the sun energy, that solar summer, into the fall. So we start to, our energy naturally starts to weave the spiral back inwards. So it may be a time of feeling like you want to retreat a little bit, to start to set your nest, your cave for the winter. What is it that you need to bring with you to make yourself feel comfortable, to make your home inviting and warm? What is it that you need to sustain you through the winter as well? What things may you need to get into order? It may be about setting yourself some goals to support you, to support your health, your well-being, your finances. What is it that you need to sustain you through the winter? Okay. Let's see what else we've got. The crone energy comes through. So this is about releasing again, and she's got there's lots of this full moon energy. So it feels like by the full moon, there's going to be this accumulation of wisdom, of this clearing, this release, that's really being supported by the Virgo energy, that Virgo new moon, to help us to get organised. What is it that needs to be shed, to be released? What wisdom, embodied wisdom, what crone-like energy is coming through for us? Because the crone holds that wisdom of knowing, of experience, of lived experience. And when we embody our wisdom, it means that we have internalized, we have integrated, and we are now living from our place of knowing. We are living the truth of our experiences. We are living our knowledge. And this is how it becomes wisdom. It becomes tangible. You know, it's through our voice, it's through our actions, and it's very grounded and practical. And the crone also helps us to release, to shed, to discern what is it that needs to be cut away, to be released. As we enter into the fall, you know, the trees begin to shed their leaves. So what in our lives, what parts of us may need to be shed, so that we can renew and we can cleanse and regenerate ourselves as well. Okay, and one more message as well. Holy water, purification. So this again, the Virgo is that symbol of that purification energy, this renewing of the waters of the body, the waters of the world. So purification really means kind of that clearing away, that releasing of toxins, releasing of the old energy, this stepping into a new space, a new energy as well. And the rituals of purification, you know, detoxing, or rituals involving cleansing, any type of cleansing energies, you know, smudging, working with water, working with ritual, clearing your space, you know, your physical space as well, that part of that nesting, a movement, working on the body, listening into the body, working with perhaps with yoga or with natural materials, with the earth, with minerals, with the waters, because they can be really cleansing, really regenerating, and really purifying. And also being aware of the shadow of that purification energy, going too far into the extreme of being kind of controlling, and recognizing that purity, what purity actually stands for, is that innocence, that truth, that pure spark of life of the divine within us, which is that raw energy. And sometimes that raw energy can be very dirty, can be very messy. I'm thinking about newborns right now, because I've just birthed a little baby. You know, babies can be very messy, but they're pure. It's that pure energy. So what parts of us are wanting to come through or wanting to be brought out, but in their purest form? How may we make space for that purity, for that real raw essence to come through at this time as well? So what beautiful messages for our Virgo new moon. Thank you so much, those of you who are joining me and watching this live. Please let me know in the comments how these messages have resonated for you. Anything that comes up as well, I really love to hear your opinions and your experiences and your journeys as well with the cards. So I look forward to sharing more with you at the full moon in a couple of weeks' time for our full moon reading. But until then, I'm sending you lots and lots of lunar love. If you want to join any of my ceremonies or work a little bit deeper with me around the archetypes of these lunar cycles, please message me directly and I can add you to those groups as well. So lots and lots of love. Sending you so much love from here, from the beautiful Isle of Avalon, and I will see you again in 2 weeks' time.